going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. It's complete to the right. Shows him the stiff arm. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Showing off the arms.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Catch in the middle. It's Miller. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Give to the back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, on defense, these linebackers are trained not just to stop the run, but to go out and cover in space and make tackles in the open field. That linebacker shows you all of the skill set there.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Trying to set up the screen. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Moore to the air. Puts it out of the air. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Handoff from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Moore will throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They'll try the run. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen, so that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Fights off a defender. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Cuevas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. It's a draw. He breaks a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, on that 3rd down play, I think the quarterback's got to do a little bit of better job really selling pass. I think he kind of hurried it up too fast, got the ball to the running back. He didn't fool anybody. Back got tackled for loss. Now it's 4th.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Whittington. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And the Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Wide out trying to get it in. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammering with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. There he goes! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Slithers into space. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Now the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Moore will throw. Got it in the middle, it's Benson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Using his legs, it's Hughes. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Whittington. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Moore to the air. Dances away. Fires downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Rolls onto the field. On the move, it's Hill. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
With the catch, it's Adams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all night.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense putting points on the board.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. To throw, it's Simpson. Pulls it in, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Still looking on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab, ready for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Flushed out of the pocket. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Handoff to the lone back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama!
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
On on to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little warmth out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Touchdown tie! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back now.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're probably a little rattled after that last pick 6, and who could blame them? But now deep breath, settle in, get a drive started in a tie game. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Moore will throw. Got a man. It's Hughes. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on third down.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this first down, try and eat the clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
On fourth down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. First down and more. Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All tied up, under a minute to play. Moore to the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. He got it! Touchdown, Oregon! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the capper, a 15-yard toss for the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Breaks the tackle. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep. And
he uncorks one deep. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete to the left. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's Simpson. Moving away from pressure. And it's picked off at the goal line. Got room on the return. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown Ducks! What about the speed of that defender on the return?
he's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick cover. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Gives it on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field, but they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a crease. It's Young. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the ground, it's Whittington. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Whittington. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40, they'll mark it at the 39. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. That's reeled in. It's Hughes.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll run play action. Quarterback extends the play. Finds a man on the left. And into the end zone. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Running back searching for a hole.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. They're setting up the screen. Thrust that arm out. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, he's got a chance. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Moore will throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. On target over the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're going to run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught. Into the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Pushes for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking for just one. The Sneak scores it.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. It's a draw. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Love the work by the quarterback, selling pass. You saw the linebackers just back out of the box. As soon as he handed it off, there was nobody home, and that led to a big gain.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Yeah, a nice job on the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Gets it to the back. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The give on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Quarterback now breaking the field. Bought a little time, lets it go. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Gonna run it. It's Hughes.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The play-action fake. Buying some time. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
Well, they're trying to move the pocket, get the quarterback on the move, throwing to the sideline, just couldn't make the catch inbounds.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Moore to the air. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Got him downfield. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense. But I love it.
Finds his big tight end. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
Here comes the heat. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And the running touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air, it's Simpson. Throws it out in space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Caught in the backfield, it's Young. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He'll sneak it. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Miller. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback moving. Rolling right and going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. Hard running there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there. Now it's 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the big
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do.
Turning it on. Got a little space. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You know they love their trap in Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Under fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Quarterback looks for a little space. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a single ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Alabama offense will take over first and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Williams. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. To the air on first down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
In this game, his legs are gonna have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open, he didn't panic, he saw some green grass and was able to get outside away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is gonna help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown Ducks.
You didn't think it could be any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense